It all started when I was in the military, right? So I served in the United States Marine Corps. My job in the Marine Corps was an 0311 and an 0316, which is a rifleman and a coxswain. These jobs were very tasking, very high demanding, very physically demanding, which kind of transferred when I got out, trying to figure out like what I wanted to do, right? At first I thought I wanted to be a cop, and I had a weird instinct that that's not what I wanted to do. But as soon as I got out of the Marine Corps, I wanted to hop right into something. So that was huge for me. And funny enough, my wife's dad, my father-in-law, he builds race car engines, and right next to his shop was a marine detailing company. The name of that company was Jem Marine. I thought it was therapeutic to get into boat detailing. I thought it was really relaxing while actually sustaining some sort of exercise through the day, because before I actually went into the job, I did a little bit of research of what marine detailing was, right? It's buffing boats, being in the sun, it's very, not the most physical demanding, but it's not for essentially the weak, right? And especially a job like this, if you don't thoroughly enjoy it, you'll only last about a month, maybe 2 months. I made the executive decision that, hey, this might be interesting, this might be something that I want to try and maybe put under my belt, just try it out, see if I like it. So what I did the very next day, this was 2 days after I got out of active duty military, so there's no break. I went straight from operating in the United States military into boat detailing, so there was no break. So I walk into the office, I talked to a gentleman named Peter Bilbo. He gave me an opportunity to come and work for his company, and to say the least, I will forever be grateful that he gave me the opportunity. I started working for Peter's company, which they had a phenomenal group of guys that I was able to learn from. And I soaked in as much information as I could. And I didn't know that I wanted to eventually branch off and start my own thing. So I worked for Peter for about 8-9 months, maybe I think 10 months, something like that. And then we kind of just went our own separate ways. I decided to, my wife and I came up with the executive decision to, this is something that you want to pursue, then you have to be all in. So we made the decision to start our own company. We named the company Real Jem, and the significance behind Real Jem, the first part, Real, R-E-E, it's spelled R-E-E-L, like the rod and reel, so we're kind of giving it like the fishing aspect of the business. And then Jem is obviously spelled J-E-M, J standing for Jacob, my real name, E standing for Emily, M standing for Malali, our last name, because it's a joint company. It was something that we thought of together. In the beginning, it was very tough. It was very difficult in the beginning, trying to market the company, being a new detailer, not really knowing the business side, not being too experienced on the detailing side. So I kind of had to figure it out, watch a lot of YouTube videos on a guy named Drake's Detailing. Shout out to Drake, he actually helped me out a lot, man. First few months, 3-4 months, it was just like terrible. There wasn't too much income coming in. The kind of person that I am is like, I don't give up very easy, especially when things go hard. And I just always had a feeling that if you continue to stick with it, you can make something really big out of this. So I kept pushing through. One job turned into 10, 10 turned into 20, 20 turned into 100. And then fast forward 2 years later, I'm so overwhelmed with work, I can't sustain it on my own anymore. Like, as humbly as possible, like, our company was literally overwhelmed with work. People were calling us left and right, that I needed to hire at least one guy. And now it was a whole team of guys. We went from just offering just regular details, full ceramic coating jobs, mechanical work, bottom paint jobs, having contracts, learning the business side, business conversations with marinas, with brokers, just sitting at the right table and putting myself and my company at the right positions to make bigger and better moves for our company. So that's where we're at right now. We do everything from full detail ceramics, vinyl upholstery repair, and there's never any limit to what I feel like I'm capable of doing. So that's putting in perspective, like, if you speak it into existence, you can accomplish it. I honestly see Real Jem opening some sort of boatyard, some sort of marina, and people could just come to a marina, to a yard, come together as a family, anything you need, boat related, parts related. So like that's my future. Maybe that won't be accomplished in 5 years, maybe it won't be accomplished in 10 years. With the mindset that I have, I will do everything in my power to try to accomplish something like that.